Hey guys, Project Reaper here. So I talked to my task force after my major failure on upper lip the last time that we did a task force, and we decided we wanted to go at it again. So let's jump right into it. This is Fluke, and this would be my attack, Project Reaper's attack, using Tank Medic. Looks like I'll be going in from the left, going in from the gut, straight up the gut, taking out this shock launcher, as those are always a nuisance and you want to get rid of them. Right here, when I shot that artillery shell and it only had minimal health left, I would recommend, I should have definitely dropped critters. It would have been more cost efficient on my gunboat energy. I can see now there's not a lot of places I'm going to be able to use critters effectively due to splash damage and mines. So, or I'll just use them right here, but I only did that to get rid of these mines. They actually those are pretty good critters because they're holding the aggro of both cannons, and these mortars aren't firing at them because they're too close. So those were actually really good critters. Go me. I still would have dropped one thing of critters to get rid of this because only single targets would have shot at them, and it would have cost me less gunboat energy than that artillery shell did, since I had already fired artillery shells, or will be firing more artillery shells in the near future. I hope that makes sense. If not, I guess don't worry about it, or if you want to understand what I was trying to explain better, leave a comment. I will explain it better. But otherwise, I'm just going to keep going into this attack and speed it up a little bit. So I'm going to ignore all of these. They're far enough away from the core that once I'm positioned over here, I'll be alright. And I'm oh wow, oh this is bad. Oh, those are all shooting at me. Oh, Reaps, you messed up bad. What are you doing? I must have not had the gunboat energy to flare, probably because I artillery shotted this building right here. Well guys, as you can see, I am not gonna succeed on this one, but I did clear out everything over here, including lots of single target structures, so it should be a pretty easy cleanup for the next guy. And let's jump into T-Chan on Wallop. That's an interesting composition. This is an all Zuka, so there's no rifles in the front. He's using all the squishiest unit in the game with some medics to heal them up. So let's see how that goes. I don't think I've ever seen someone use a strategy quite like this. Oh, that's a rocket launcher. Okay, so yeah, he's got to get rid of that rocket launcher. And then once he does that, the Zukas do have pretty good range. This mortar is probably the only problem. So if he drops over here, these cannons are going to kill some Zukas, but they shoot pretty slow. There's going to be a lot of Zukas. I don't know what he's doing. This is crazy. I'm pretty excited about this, guys. Okay, he shocked that mortar, because that mortar was a big deal. Like, that would have been a problem. But past that, he's got so much DPS in this composition. This is awesome. This is really neat to see. And the shock launcher just doesn't do enough damage to kill these. And then he's got those medics there, so they just heal him right back up to full health. Machine guns are highly inaccurate at this range, so you can see they are doing a tiny bit of damage to these to these rocket launchers. Or, darn it, Zukas. Rocket launchers are enemy turrets. These are Zukas. And the medics are just countering that perfectly. This is awesome. I'm really, really happy about this. This is cool. Anyway, it's pretty much a clear shot for him now. I mean, he's got a couple units getting shot by that machine gun and that sniper rifle, but they're being immediately healed by the medics, so easy peasy, and an awesome attack. Props, T-Chan, for going outside the norm and doing something a little interesting. I like it. Before he even starts, I guess he has started, but those need to die, and that's probably why he's gone up the left instead of the right. Is these have more health shields added to that core than this core actually has health itself. This is a weird mine cluster. I have no idea why Supercell put this in like this instead of spreading it out all over. I mean, this is a lot of mines. That would be really hard to deal with. you'd have to expend a lot of gunboat energy to hit those mines, but they have them all placed in a position where it's just not really a problem. It's really odd. I don't know if this is what he's gonna do, but in the future, I know he'll watch this. I would drop a cluster of critters on this rather than shocking it. By dropping them directly on the cannon will be the only thing that can shoot at those critters, because all these mortars will be too close. So the cannon will just spin around, not shooting his tanks. Yeah, he shocked it. But, you know, no matter. This isn't in range to hit the critters, so he could have saved that shock for later. I don't think he even needs it for later, but when you see things like that with mortars placed really closely, because mortars can't attack within this minimum range, putting them right in the middle would have been a good way to deal with that too. And then if he wanted, he could drop a shock here and kill those guys, but it's not necessary. So we'll just speed this up. At this point, he's actually ignoring all offensive turrets. He's ignoring all these mortars up here, and he was just focusing the core because he knew his medics could out-heal the splash damage. Alright, this is Elvis cleaning up after my beginning attack here on Fluke. He's using heavy Zuka with one boat of medics. Use critters to finish it! And that'll aggro the sniper tower too! Nice. So, there's not really a lot to say about this. He went up the side I already had destroyed, which is the intelligent thing to do. Obviously, there's no reason to go kill all this when all that needs to die is the core. So, he flanked up the side that was already hurt. He took out the structures that were going to be a problem. His heavies are going to tank all the damage from these rocket launchers, and he will just keep these turrets from shooting his front line, and easy peasy. Alright, and then the last attack, we got Frankie using Tank Medic on the map Quota. Using this awesome strategy of getting free gunboat energy for killing those buildings in the back using critters. Meanwhile, flanking up the left side. You know, I know he succeeds, so I'm actually really interested to see how he did it. I would not have gone up this side personally. This is a lot of single target buildings. I guess not that many. The boom count tower, there's only one, but this guy, I don't know. Actually, I take it back. You could go on either side. None of these pose a threat. Actually, there are two boom cannons over here, so I take it all back. The left, it looked initially scarier because of the snipers and these cannons, but in actuality, only this boom cannon is a real threat to what he... You know, he's going all the way to the back, which for some reason I hadn't even thought of until just now, but there's no threat in the back. He's not even going to have to worry about this. It's just going to be a beautiful flank. I'm going to speed this up since they moved slow and I didn't realize what was happening. I personally don't tend to do this type of flank with these tanks. They're just so slow that when I have tried that in the past, I haven't had enough damage to finish the core off by the time I got to it. But as we already know, he's already succeeded in doing this. That's a weird smoke. I would have maybe dropped a shock there, or even dropped this smoke maybe right here, so that it was not covering all the tanks but just the one that was being shot at. But it was a beautiful attack, and apparently I need to start doing the tank flank again, because the last couple times we've seen my task force mates do it, it's been quite successful. Anywho, thanks again for watching. You guys are great. If you liked, hit like. If you want to see more, there's a whole playlist of these task force operations I also have a playlist of the NPC bases and how to complete them with different compositions. And I've also got a lot of Heroes of the Storm, completely unrelated game, computer game, but if you're interested in the company Blizzard or their games, I will be pumping out some videos for Blizzard games here in the near future as quickly as I can. Thanks again for watching. Feel free to subscribe. You can find me on Twitch at project_reaper. You can find me on Twitter at the same handle, project_reaper. And you guys have a great day.